Hi viewers, I am Dr. Bhuvneshwari, fertility specialist from GBF Fertility Center and Hospitals. Today I am going to talk about uterine septum. Why we are talking about uterine septum? Earlier it was considered very rare and only 1 in 1000 used to have, that too in conditions like recurrent pregnancy loss and preterm births and malformation of the baby. And nowadays more and more we are doing investigations and doing laparoscopy, hysteroscopy in all infertility patients. We are able to pick up more cases, so the incidence is almost 15 in 1000 people are we are able to see that, and incidence is still more increasing because most of the time it is not diagnosed due to inexperience and recognition, and different types of septums are there, different levels of septums are there. So sometimes if the uterine cavity is not properly visualized and distended, people may not pick up that septum. So that is why still that actual incidence is not yet reported, and but we see more and more septum nowadays, and this incidence is increasing because of increasing reporting also will be there. So why septum is important and how it is formed, I am going to tell you now. And the uterine septum, generally in a woman and a girl baby, the uterus is formed initially as a two different ducts, two different cavities, and then it will get unified by end of 5th month, that is 20th week of the development. When you are in uterine inside itself of your mother, you are inside the uterus of your mother, that time when you are growing itself, by end of 5th month your uterus is getting formed. So when it is getting formed, that septum is getting unified and one cavity has to form, but some defect or some abnormality, environmental changes, this unification is getting affected. So that is why the uterus remains as a two cavities or two different cavities, or sometimes that the wall, center wall can be absorbed at different levels depending on the trauma or that environmental damage. Some arrest is happening, so they will have a abnormality in the uterine cavity. So that is how the septum is formed. And in uterine anomalies, so many anomalies are there. Double uterus is there, uniconvent uterus is there, small atrophy, that is small underdeveloped uterus is there. So like didelphys, two different cavities, separated uteruses are there. Like so many you would have heard. Out of all these things, uterine septum forms almost 80 to 90%. And uterine septum is the only one which causes more of infertility and pregnancy losses. So that is why we are interested in talking about this uterine septum. Uterine septum almost, as I said, this causes infertility, recurrent pregnancy loss, and also preterm births. So many a times we have seen 5-6 times they will abort and then come. So when we rule out other causes, when we take an X-ray, we can see that uterine septum. Once we resect it, they will go for proper pregnancy and implantation, and without any problems, abortions or miscarriage, preterm, they will go up to term and deliver. So that is the advantage of uterine septum. How do we diagnose? We diagnose through ultrasound. If clinically experienced gynecologists can pick up even by ultrasound, 2D ultrasound we can do and pick up. In case if you want to confirm, you can go by 3D ultrasound, where you can see whether uterus is double or single. By even the upper part of the uterus, we should be very careful whether it is single uterus which is divided by septum, or it is a two double cavities, two cavities. So that is uterine didelphys also we have to rule out. So these conditions, again another investigation is X-ray, HSG, hysterosalpingogram we call it as, and this test again tell us properly about how much depth of the septum is there, whether tubes are open or not, whether cervix is divided, all those information will be getting through that. But only if it is done properly with a good angulation and proper exposure, then only we can get the diagnosis. 80% we can get through this X-ray. And then there is another thing, histolaparoscopy, which is considered as gold standard, which can pick up almost 100%. 100% we can diagnose the septum, and at the same time we can correct it also. So that is, these are the investigations we can do it. and treatment is through hysteroscopy. Hysteroscopic septal resection is the main treatment. Always along with a laparoscopy should be done, so that we can rule out any other uterine anomaly, tubal factor, lot of other associated infertility causes we can tackle. At the same time, when we are cutting the septum from inside the uterus, we should also have a guidance from laparoscopy. So if they already done laparoscopy and then they are coming, if we are confident in doing our procedures, we are experienced, sometimes we will do without a laparoscopy guidance also, and with the proper precautions. So that is the main thing. All the studies have proven that once we do this confirmed uterine septum, there is improved clinical pregnancy rate. There are also limited this evidences are there. It will also prevent miscarriages and preterm labor, and live birth rate is very much increased after septal resection. So that is why we are saying that if you have any miscarriages, recurrent implantation failure, if you have ruled out all other causes, you can definitely look into hysteroscopy and see. So many centers, they have taken it as a regular procedure. Hysteroscopy is done before IVF, so that is also okay. But when we are doing hysteroscopy, we should be prepared to look at it, and if there is a septum, it should be corrected. And once we do a deep septal correction, we should give 2 months of gap for the pregnancy, and after that you can go for a normal pregnancy. And many times we have seen people conceive naturally after that, so without any complications. That is why. And today I am going to tell regarding this one patient, because we have done many uterine septal resections and they have conceived very normally, and then even after 7-8 abortions, people have come and got it done and conceived and delivered a full-term baby. This patient also like that, she has come from Madurai. She is married for 10 years and she had 2 laparoscopies, 2013 and 16, and every time they had a doubt of uniconvate or biconvate, that is single uterus or double uterus, and every time they went inside they couldn't find that. Both the fertility centers, they were not able to trace another cavity, but laparoscopy they were thinking that there is a biconvate, but when they are going inside they were not able to trace the other cavity, so they thought that it is only uniconvate. And again what they have done is 2 IVF was done. Both IVFs again they were having a difficulty in transferring the embryos, and they had a difficult embryo transfer, and they said okay, that's it, we have done everything and we cannot do more than that. They were referred for surrogacy or adoption. So when they come to me, I thought okay, I did a scan. In that scan I could see 2 cavities. So though because 2 laparoscopies were done in 2 major IVF centers, I also had a doubt whether is there any other difficulty will be there or it is a complicated case. But I counseled them and said I will go and try. They were having so much of confidence in me. They said, madam, once you try, then we will see, like that. So then I thought okay, with that my confidence of that ultrasound, I went inside, and obviously that the cervix, that mouth of the uterus was very small and it was in piecemeal and it is almost scarred and closed. So somehow I identified, I went inside. Initially when I went inside also in the hysteroscopy, I could see only one part of the cavity and the other one is not at all traceable. Then with all the experience and difficulties, I traced on up to the lower part, and then I could see some mucus discharge coming from the other side through small hole. With that I traced and found the other cavity, and then I resected completely. It was separated. Both the cavities, that is the one uterus is divided by a complete septum. So I resected completely, and we could see both the cavities nicely at the end of the day, and nice cavity is formed. And in tubal block also she had some additions. All those corrections were done. Now hopefully I think she will conceive naturally at least by 3 months or 6 months. We'll hope for the best. So that is how that the septums, once we are experienced and identified by ultrasound, our diagnosis is correct, we can we have to prepare for everything. So we have to go and identify and trace out and then try to do. That needs 2 things. One is that best instruments, all the equipment should be available, and a skill of the doctor is also very important in identifying, and the safety of the procedure. Blindly doing any procedure in hysteroscopy is very catastrophic and dangerous. So we should be very careful, and if we tackle properly and do it, and patients will have so much of benefit, and she will have more chances for conceiving normally and without any bad obstetric history like a pregnancy loss or preterm. She can go up to the term and deliver. Thank you.